Hello, and welcome to the AstroEnergy Astrology Show podcast with Astrologer Shelley Overton.
Hi, and welcome to the AstroEnergy Astrology podcast for January 28th, 2022. Lots of twos. We are going to talk about what's going on in the sky today and this week and get my hair out of my face. And so this is attempt number 2 at making the podcast. So hopefully this will be the last. We are going to talk about what's going on this week because we really haven't talked about it in a couple of weeks, and I think it would be helpful. Okay, so today, Friday, we've got Mercury joining up with Pluto, and Mercury is retrograde. It has been retrograde for a couple of weeks now, and he's going direct next week. So Mercury is a planet where we see electronic devices, technology, internet, communications can be frustrating right now. Hair probably can be frustrating right now. And he's in Capricorn. So Capricorn is the body. It is the energy of systems and structure. We have the bones answer in the body, the bones answer to Capricorn. I have been having sciatic issues this whole week with my lower back. So my hips have been out of whack from sleeping. And so I've got like a sciatic issue going on, and my hips have been really hurting, which probably worse than they ever have. But Pluto can hide things from us, and it's the mystery that goes on. And Capricorn wants to draw attention to an issue, to a system, to structures. And Mercury is about neurology. It can be about the feeling of things in a neurological sense. It is communication, it is ideas, intellect, analysis, technology, internet, any device associated with electronics or electricity. And my daughter lost her phone this week. Well, didn't lose it, she dropped it, she put it in her back pocket, and it was in some holey jeans, and it fell right through the hole in the back pocket and broke the screen, which she had literally just gotten fixed last week. So thankfully it was under warranty, but 2 times in a week, broken phone screen, Mercury retrograde. So yeah, we've been seeing it, and 3 times recording this podcast. We don't like to talk negatively about Mercury because Mercury lets you know he's here. So we're just going to touch on that. Mercury goes direct next week, which means a lot of the difficulties are things that we've associated with systems going poorly or technology. My sister closes on a house today, and actually she closed yesterday and gets the keys tomorrow. So it'll be interesting to see what issues she may run into for that. Yeah, and then Venus goes direct tomorrow. So Venus goes direct at 3:46 a.m. and 12:40, that's Eastern, and 12:46 a.m. Pacific. And right after that, Moon goes into Capricorn. So we are dealing with an extra strong Capricorn energy right now. So to recap, tomorrow, Moon will be in Capricorn, Venus will be in Capricorn, Mercury is in Capricorn, Pluto is in Capricorn. And so it is kind of a meeting of the minds again. This is the energy that we saw last year when, well, let's see, 2020, so fast. 2020, all the planets joined up in Capricorn, and that was the beginning of COVID. Now we have the planets again in Capricorn. Some of them are at the beginning, one is in the middle, a couple of them are at the end. So there is kind of a range of sensations going on with Capricorn. Early Capricorn means initiating projects. Middle Capricorn means really getting into the heart and the meat of the matter. Late Capricorn means we're wrapping up the story in the physical sense, and the systems may have broken down and we know we have to let them go. Structures may have been broken. There was a bridge that just fell in Pennsylvania within a couple hours of Biden giving a speech on infrastructure. So, you know, these planets are having a say. They are trying to give us a heads up and tell us if we do not pay attention, this is just a little of what will happen. Capricorn is about the physicality of it. So structures are going to be breaking down. That can mean the body, it can mean a building, infrastructure, systems on computers, especially with Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn, conjunct Pluto. So look for that. That's what's there. That's, an issue, a theme during this time. Venus rules beauty, she rules desire, she rules money, she rules value, what we value in ourselves, and how that shows up through money and monetary systems. So, if you listen to the podcast, you know that there are many things Venus rules, including Taurus and Libra. And in Taurus, Venus expresses through the material world. So Venus in Capricorn is talking to Uranus in Taurus. Uranus answers to Venus right now because Uranus is in Taurus. And so having the ruler of that sign of Taurus go direct, Uranus is now going to awaken as well. And that can mean cryptocurrency going up, which I anticipate. So put some money in with my son, who has a finance and economics degree, for crypto last week. I got to get on him, make sure he's gotten the crypto, because I do think it's going to start to go faster and build up some steam. Yeah, so Venus, she's at 11 degrees. She is in actual positive aspect to Uranus. And that being said, I think that there are still some, cautions to be had, because I've just noticed trines really do show us some issues and may slap us down. I would say this nor'easter going up the East Coast right now as I'm speaking in New England, New York, it's going to tomorrow as well, all part of Uranus and Venus trine, Venus going direct and Mercury going direct. That's all weather. That's weather and how it affects us in cold. Capricorn is a cold sign. So we're seeing all of that energy come about right now. And let's see what else we've got. So tomorrow we've got Moon joining up with Mars as well. I forgot Mars. Mars is also in Capricorn at 3 degrees. And so, wow, that's a lot of Capricorn. So yeah. Oh, is the sun in Aquarius now? I'm sorry, the sun is in Aquarius. If I said that, I don't know if I said that. So right now we've got Mars, Venus, Pluto, and Mercury in Capricorn. And so the sun is joining with Saturn over the course of the week, and that's in Aquarius. So Sun, Saturn is ego associated with life purpose, associated with structure, associated with systems. It's all the Capricorn energy. Now that Venus is going direct and Mercury is going direct, Saturn will feel better, because Saturn has been really connected to Capricorn because he rules Capricorn, and Venus has been probably chomping at the bit. The desires are more eccentric and unusual right now because she's answering to Saturn in Aquarius. The good news, like I said, is that Uranus is in Taurus, and so the earth energy is now being triggered in a more positive way overall, with the exception of Venus trining to Uranus and Taurus. We'll see that chemistry, chemicals, women, unusual ways of looking at things, issues that are surrounding women that will come up in the public eye. And the sun just came out, hallelujah. We've been in rain for about a week now, or overcast, very little sun, and it's starting to wear on all of us here. Sunday, we have the sun squaring Uranus. We have a sextile between Neptune and the moon. We have Mercury join with the moon, and the moon join with Pluto. So Sunday is going to be kind of a reiteration of today, and with the Capricorn energy. Actually, let's just say Saturday, Sunday, and then Thursday of next week. That's when we're going to really feel the strongest energy with Capricorn. The good news is that Neptune is in Pisces and Jupiter is in Pisces in positive aspect to Mars and Venus. And that means that we're going to have energy coming in that's going to expand our awareness of a collective mindset, of emotional bonds, of things from the past, which is either vintage or just people coming back in. Doesn't have to be a vintage person, but could be an old person, could be an old love life, an old relationship, an old story from any realm. And we see that coming in. And interestingly, I have a client who called yesterday and asked if she could do a specific job that I had bid on or gave her an estimate for. And I thought, that's not going to happen. And I just let it go. Well, Venus goes direct and there she is again. So things can come back up, and positive things. Jupiter in Pisces is kind of like the idealism associated with desire and expansion of your vision, expansion of your money, even. Jupiter being a co-ruler of Neptune and, excuse me, Pisces, Neptune being the other ruler of Pisces. Okay, moon enters Aquarius this coming Monday, and it is a new moon at 12 degrees. And that means that the moon will be in the sign that the sun is in, which makes it new. And that's at 12 degrees. And then right after the new moon, it joins Saturn. So it is a very strong energy surrounding new technology, new ideas, inventions. This could be drones, this could be phones, this could be anything associated with technology or science or expansion of awareness, clarity. Mercury getting into Aquarius soon also, and I think that will be next week. The week after this coming week. That's going to be pretty big because Mercury in Aquarius will be in a comfortable sign. It's like a higher octave of the same energy. And so we're going to see windy weather again. Definitely Aquarius brings wind. It's an air sign. Mercury is also air in the sign of Libra, but it's air in Aquarius and air in Gemini. And it triggers the clarity in the atmosphere. We've got sun also is our sense of selves, our ego. Sun, Saturn, and Aquarius is a really strong, I told you so, or I know because I am curious and I research. And so now I'm going to let you know what's truly going on. It is the sign, Aquarius is a sign of astrology. So there is a lot of clarity coming in next week. And I feel that we're going to have a lot of awareness. It is kind of a precursor to that Pluto coming into Aquarius next year. And so this year, I think we'll see some issues that arise that will start to show us the themes we're going to be dealing with. So just off the top of my head, solar power, clarity, wind power, like I said, technology, science, space travel, LGBTQ. I'm finding that Russia and Ukraine seem to be triggered by this particular energy of Aquarius. So it'll be interesting to see what happens as the faster moving planets, Venus, Mercury, Moon, Mars, start to get into Aquarius. Because especially Mars in a Capricorn with what's going on over there means that there is this authoritarian takeover attempt. And, that being said, the planets that are really triggering or affecting the triggered energy are going to be going so quickly that I don't know if this particular crisis is necessarily going to play out long term. It kind of depends when and if something happens and when that event takes place as to what's going on with the planets. So ego is a defensive mechanism, and Sun in Aquarius can be detached from ego. It can be much more about I want what I want, and I understand the collective as well, but I'm not emotionally attached to others. I am mentally attached. So it's a very intellectual energy. And as Moon, Mars, Venus, Mercury all move into Aquarius, we're going to see more of that clarity and kind of a higher vibrating understanding of situation. And so it isn't as defensive and fear-based and fearful as Capricorn energy can be, because they really are concerned with whether or not they'll have money to do what it is they want to do. So they're very materialistic, very security-minded in the material realm, very grounded in that. So as the week and month progresses, it'll be much more clarity, clear skies, moving forward, very quick moving energy. And next week, with the new moon in Aquarius, it means that that is an awakening of the technological energy, of awareness of astrology, like all these themes will be triggered and will be, kind of more in the spotlight. It is the new Lunar New Year, year of the tiger. I can't remember. I think it's metal tiger, but I'm not positive. It could be wood. Yeah, and so on Tuesday, the 1st of February, Moon joins up with the Sun and Moon joins up with Saturn. So that day is pretty auspicious for setting in stone those new ideas. Tuesday, really good day. Look what I wrote. Fabulous. It's a fabulous day on Tuesday. Don't we like that? The reason it is fabulous is because the Moon is in Pisces and joins up with a positive aspect to Mars in sextile. And so the Moon and Mars together means that what we want to do, we actually have the drive to do it. We make it happen. And then the Moon is conjunct Jupiter, which is planet of fortune, expansion. We've got a sextile to Uranus in Taurus and a sextile to Venus in Capricorn. So even though I said fabulous, there is some energy of the elderly and transition transformation. So I'm going to temper my fabulous day, like energetically, emotionally, mood-wise. I think we will feel like we're cooking on all burners and that things are moving forward. But it could also be another potential day of losing someone female, and it could be someone famous in the spotlight or personal woman. And let's see, Taurus and Pisces, so entertainment, arts. Yeah, the arts are very strong, financial, technological, a little bit because we have the Uranus and Taurus and Venus in Capricorn. So it is potentially a day for really, and I want to say, if you do experience the ending of someone, female, a mother, sister, friend, on or around the beginning of February, that was a time that they chose because of the positive supportive energy. It is very enlightened and enlightening. It is an expansion to be with a collective mindset that is a positive move for the physical. So a positive move connected to the body. That can mean that if you are having issues with the body, you may find out what's going on and it can expand and become something more positive. Jupiter energy on Tuesday. So it is Groundhog's Day. I'm going to say it's going to be a good Groundhog's Day. We'll see. Thursday, Mercury direct. Mercury goes direct at 11:13 p.m. Eastern, 8:13 p.m. Pacific. Leading up to that, Moon sextile Uranus, Moon sextile Venus, Moon conjunct Neptune. So it will be a dreamy, watery, drowsy kind of day, and our desires will be right up there. And I want to say, I say desires when I talk about Pisces, but it's also the connectedness to other people and how we nurture people through being open and universally loving. It's a really lovely energy. I think the downside for those who are more OCD, which I live with OCD people, is that they want everything to be neat and perfect. And Pisces doesn't do that. Pisces is the artist. Pisces is the dreamer. Pisces is the addict. And they are messy. They're messy because they deal with emotion, and emotion can be messy. So I'm just giving you a heads up that yes, it is warm and it's a bracing energy the beginning of next week, but it can also be emotional, deeply emotional. And on Thursday, with Mercury going direct in light degrees at 24, 28 of Capricorn, that will be a significant day on the Thursday, the 3rd, for shift, awareness of something, especially Mercury is the ability to communicate what you're saying and what you know. And so that's going to be coming in very strongly next week. Friday of next week, Moon enters Aries. Sun is in Aquarius, joining up with Saturn on Friday of next week. And Moon in Aquarius squares Mars, which is a really difficult aspect. We're bold, we're independent, we're youthful, but we can be brash and we can go against the establishment with a tantrum. So Mars and, well, the Moon entering Aries, and then having planets in Aries, or right now Chiron's in Aries, can be really emotionally difficult. And then squaring the ruling planet of Aries is going to bring in tantrums, but also can be a collective energy of acting out, especially whenever you have Moon in Aries and then you have an aspect to Mars, you're going to see violence or tantrums. And so I really hope that that isn't the case, but it can bring about guns. It can bring about also energy around a construction project, which may not go the way we want it to go. And anyway, it's all masculine slash aggressive slash assertive energy. And it's building, it's construction, it's, hitting something hard. It's the energy that we are born into, because Aries rules the first house naturally. When we're born, we have the first house of ego and identity. So our identity may be challenged through activities that we can't control. So that brings about frustration. Anyway, that happens next Friday. Okay, lots going on. I am going to wrap it up with all this because there's going to be some editing to be done. Yeah, right now I'm looking at the chart, and other than the moon, which is at 21 degrees, literally on the horizon, and in the next couple minutes, well, it's rotating this way and the moon's going that way in my chart. So it's just below the horizon, but everything else is above the horizon here where I'm at. So it's about spotlight. All the planets and lights are on one half of the sky currently. And that means that we have a collective mindset that we really have to pay attention to. So currently we have very big stories going on in politics here in America, in foreign affairs. We have justice on the Supreme Court who's going to be retiring. And so they're trying to find a new justice for the Supreme Court. I looked up some of the news articles here just before I started the podcast. So it's just, again, it's Russia, Taiwan, Chinese ambassador to US warns of possible military conflict. So it happened in the South China Seas. A US fighter plane went down in the South China Seas, and now they're saying they're afraid that China may grab it. And so that's kind of another foreign policy issue. Jupiter, what's Jupiter doing? That's where we have to look for this energy. Jupiter right now is in positive aspect with exception to the moon, and Neptune is directly squaring the moon today. The moon's in Sagittarius at 21, Neptune at 21. So we have this idealized view of things, and it's the moon is culminating something at odds with that idealized view. And so we're going to have to look at that. We have to see what's going on with that. Supreme Court. And then we've got, U.S. judge blocks sale of Gulf of Mexico drilling leases over climate concerns. So it's interesting. We've got changes in judges and judiciary, which is Pluto. And we've got, people in the judiciary blocking these events, with the drilling. So we've got both sides of the spectrum. And this story caught my attention. Killed by indifference. A well-known photographer in France fell down on the sidewalk in the homeless area of town. I don't think he was homeless, but he was there for 9 hours in the cold at 85 years old, couldn't get up. Nobody would help him. They ignored him. And basically they have the headline, killed by indifference. So indifference is the energy of the collective right now. And so we're really seeing the darker side of life. But anyway, next week, though, we've got some positive energy coming in. And I want to say, if you have something to start that you want to solidify to last a long time, Pisces and Capricorn are the best signs to do it because they will last. Okay. Anyway, I do wish you a good week, and thank you for stopping by. It's going to be hard to get the podcast up early next week. I might not be able to do it till Saturday because I will be out about like all 5 days. So it's going to be kind of a busy day. I'll try and fit it in when the schedule lightens up during the middle of the week, maybe. But if it comes Saturday, my apologies, but I'm giving you a heads up. Okay. Anyway, that's all for this week. Take care. Bye. So my hair keeps going in my eyes. I swear. Okay. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Monday is going to be Moon in Libra. Mars enters Capricorn. That was last Monday. Let's catch up. Catch up, Shelley.
Hi, this is Shelley. Thank you for joining us this week. To contact me for a private reading, go to angeliczodiac.com under the Readings tab. Background music was provided by Kevin MacLeod at incompetech.com. To purchase my ebook, Learn Astrology, you can find it at angeliczodiac.com, including discounts. Be sure to check back next week and subscribe through iTunes at AstroEnergy Astrology Show.